The house does have good bones, even though it had a family room that was shaped as a triangle, fountain and the tree stumps.
It was unique, an interesting house that was going to be neat to fix up.
Once we got things sort of in a direction, we early on like to build the team on all of our projects. And that means the landscape architect primarily, a contractor, and an interior designer.
We were invited to be involved in some of the early design meetings when things were really not quite established. It was a great opportunity for our team to be able to bring materials in and sort of show clients fabrics and different options and textures and woods and stone.
So these two things were constantly growing together in a parallel path. You're really being able to be inspired by maybe something that Sarah's doing that might inspire the client to tell us. You know, we're all kind of working on the same path at the same time period.
As far as furniture and design choices,
Enough. Okay, we're back. You're so back. It's been a minute. Got big plan for today. A lot of editing. Surprise, surprise. Is the season for a lot of editing. Here we have to put together a lot of social media content for this client. So it's kind of like the biggest thing we're gonna be doing. Gotta find the music, gotta find the clips we want to use, putting together themes, right? Our first theme we kind of have here, office vibes. I think we're either gonna go like 9 to 5 Dolly Parton is maybe, or like unwritten Natasha Bedingfield, right? Because we want to kind of showcase office culture in like a fun and exciting way. So I don't know, did I bring it in here? Did not. I do have it downloaded though. Socials, yeah. I think so. This is like kind of like recruiting vibe. There's something to it, right? We kind of want to showcase office culture. Like it's exciting to work there. It's a little like on the nose, but I think that's the beauty of it, right? Maybe. It's always like, it's like the super old version of it too. Because what is it? 9 to 5 Dolly Parton. It's like that super, whereas like the remastered. Yeah, because like the music video has like a really shoddy audio. 2, 3. Excuse me, it was shot in like what, like the 70s when it's come out? It was not released in 2005. Is it really? Why did I feel like it came out in like the 70s? 9 to 5 part for release. 1980. Okay. I was right. 10 years off. This is the better. It's like a little bit clearer, right? Yeah, that's a lot better. It's just too on the nose though.
Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living, barely getting by. It's all taking and no giving, they just use your.
It's kind of fun.
Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living, barely getting by.
or do something like this.
Unwritten, can't read my mind. I'm undefined.
It's gotta be fun. It's gotta be exciting.
Break trust, can feel it for you. Staring at the blank page before.
I think we go here.
Staring at the
I just gut feeling that feels better.
Staring at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost
Where do we
illuminate the words that you could not find. Reaching
get there?
reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost
Like,
taste it.
under the 45 seconds, I think, is the move.
Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else.
But we need it.
No one else can speak the words on your lips. Put yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open.
It's like a good chunk of time. Hold on. What is that? To
Where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten.
30 seconds, almost on the dot. I think that's... We found our music. Change it to Violet. Violet. Okay, so then OCPO as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is like the whole thing we're doing here is like office culture. I also realized I put moving back to Wisconsin in the title of the live video. We're so still moving back. It's just every single stream there's going to be one less thing in my office. This stream there's no TV. TV is gone. We sold the TV stand downstairs, and so we moved everything up here down there. And I imagine next stream this whole thing will be gone, and we're slowly like taking out stuff. Moving sucks. We're excited to like go back, don't get me wrong, but like woofda, it is work to get there. Paste.
Reaching for something in the
So I think we want it needs to be exciting and like energetic. It can't be
You're reaching for something in the distance.
that kind of
Reaching
work.
for something in the distance. So close,
Maybe
close you can almost.
this could work.
No one else. No one.
Yeah, what do we got? Cut to close up.
Distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin.
Cut to Old Chicago Post Office. Hold on, he's cooking. Something like that. And then cut to doot doot. Doot. Oh. Okay, now we jump to post office, find footage, bring it back here. I got it. I know what it is. There you have a top-down shot. Could this work? Could this work? Maybe. Just dump all the good stuff here. Getting a bit diddly in it, bro. Maybe it needs to be like wider, like that. That could work. That could work. getting like yeah, something like this. They're doing their like outdoor activity type stuff. Get my let's go here. That helps. Probably. We'll update the stuff later. That one's fun. That one's okay. Not quite as in it. There's like nobody in that shot. It's got to be a wide drone shot because it's far. I don't know. DC was fun though. Like, definitely not complaining about our time here. Certainly like a lot of stuff to do out here that like I think our biggest complaint of like, you know, back home, if you want to do something that doesn't involve like going out to eat or drinking, like what do you do? It's like, well, go for a walk. It's just like your options are so limited. It's like the most Wisconsin thing ever, whereas here there's like, you know, 40 plus free Smithsonian museums for us to go to, a bunch of historical stuff that we were able to visit, which was fun. But I don't know, like and then it just like reaches a point where, I don't know, we've kind of done all the stuff here. It's expensive to live out here too, which is kind of like a big drawback for us.
No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else.
Like I don't know, like where we live now, like bro, like someone got murdered in our apartment complex last year, and then they like still decided to raise the rent on us. So it's like, okay, like is this where we're at? Well, we have to raise the rent. Like I don't think we have to. I don't think your mortgage payment got any more expensive. If anything, your insurance rates probably went up. Hello, Natasha. Fun. That works. I think that works. Or do we do another shot of post office? Yeah, I think we do another shot of post office here. I don't know, like the Midwest nice thing is so real. Like everyone here is, you know, when we first got here, there's like a big, like Brooke and I had like this pretty big, like personal push to try to like go out and like meet friends and meet people, and like a good majority of the people we met were, it's all very transactional out here. It's like, who are you? Who do you know? What do you do? Can I leverage that for my own future career projections? And it's like, if I can't, then it's like, I don't really care about this conversation. Right? Like we were at a soccer game a couple years ago, and we were hanging out. So they're like, oh, like yeah, we just moved here, just moved to the area. They're like, oh, like where do you live? Or like, oh, like Chevy, you know, like 20 minutes away, because we were in like downtown DC. We're like just outside of DC. And he's like, oh, I live right there, points to the apartment complex that like is next door. Like, okay, cool, like that's nice. Didn't realize this was a flexing competition. So it's just like stuff like that, and then, you know, a lot of people as well, because like I'm in a super unique position where my career is like my passion. Like I started a business around architecture videography, not because there was a ton of money in it, but because it was the thing I enjoyed doing. And so I really like talking about it. I try not to get too carried away because I realize, you know, I don't know, like talking with someone who works at a call center. I'm sitting here being like, yeah, everything's great. Oh my God. It just feels a little bit too much. Like everyone here is like, you're either working for the government or like a government contractor. So it's like, that's cool. There's not many people who are creative fields or just in like the conversations we've had are just, you know, it's a very different vibe out here. Whereas we go back to the Midwest, like we already know our neighbors, right? We got a condo, and so we, you know, the nosy neighbors, like, right, introducing like, oh, we just moved in, all that stuff, and they're like, yeah, we have cookouts here, we do Packer games on Sundays, and it's just like, man, this is everything I miss in the everything I miss being out here. Just like the people, the relationships, like it's just so much more warm and so much more inviting. I mean, I think it's still probably better than like West Coast, where they're like two-faced, right? They're like, they'll be nice to your face, but then they'll go and like talk mad shit about you. I don't think I could ever do that area. Because I have a buddy who was in the Navy, Air Force, and when he was at boot camp, we were talking. He was just like, "Yeah, you get people from all walks of life," and he's like, "Midwest people get along really, really well with people from Texas, and we don't really get along with people from like LA." And it's not of like, oh, we're better than you. It's just like how people communicate and interact in those areas are either like very similar or very different. And out here is everyone's a dick, but they're a dick to your face. So it's, I think there's some beauty in that, as opposed to like going to the West Coast where we're like, oh my God, like you're so beautiful, and then turn around and be like, wow, she was really ugly. Oh, man. The US is such a big place. You don't realize that until, you look at Europe being so close and having so much different like cultures, and then US is like massive and there's so much different subcultures here. Do Colorado though. I feel like Colorado would be a fun place to live. The altitude would kill me. Cardio would be amazing if I moved there. It's like we went to a concert on the Red Rocks, and like I'm not like the most unfit person in the world, but hot damn, like you get cooking, like you go up one set of those stairs and you're gassed. Oh, what am I looking for? Culture. Proxies again. Oh, maybe there's something in here. That's something. This is 60 FPS, isn't it? Back in my day. That's just funny. Make it. Dang it. Did I get a shot of anybody making a basket? That's why they're landscape architects, not professional basketball players for a reason. Like even this. Hey, okay. All right, we'll take those two. Go back here. So like it's kind of cold but warm here too. Go. 50%. There.
Yourself in words unspoken. Your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. So
Right there.
rest is still unwritten.
Kind of a bop, not gonna lie. Song still bangs, like what is this, like mid 2000s? Take me back. CD player in my pocket. I can't run to school because the CD player is gonna skip
With arms wide open. Today is
and I'm gonna miss my favorite song coming up.
where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Yeah.
Almost like
Yeah.
right there. I think I kind of wanted this to play out a little bit. Kind of a nice shot.
Still unwritten. Yeah. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Don't you
If we run it more.
No one else can speak the words on
Oh wait, can it hit on the?
the words on your lips.
Oh wait, hold on. Right, like there is where we want it to hit. Right.
On your lips.
We move it back like a frame. Two.
No one else can speak the words on your lips. Put yourself your lips. Put yourself words. Put yourself
Use yourself. Maybe.
in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins.
Make it better, more exciting. I think this one's better because we're moving. Need start here. Dot over. Dot.
In words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open.
I think there's a better shot we can find, actually. So I thought I had a super wide one in the office. Kitchen. People into kitchen. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, the beanbags. Hold on, that could cook. Love that my thing died again. I don't know why it does this. My video. Let's go. It's like super annoying that it does this. Like it just dies for some reason. Instagram stream. Kill it. Run it back. It's because I'm using Natasha Bedingfield. I mean, it probably doesn't help, right? I don't know why it does this. It's back. Natasha Bedingfield, did just DMCA strike my stream? Okay, it's so back. Like that one, right? Over the eating. The eating's okay.
Still unwritten, yeah.
There's a kind of a cutoff, so do it up, up, up.
Your life with arms wide open today. Almost tasted
Go in, and then give me like a little bit of a pan. Over.
close, you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you.
Probably like way too loud.
No one else can speak the words on your lips. Put yourself in words unspoken. Put yourself in words unspoken. Self in words.
Maybe we go back to the post office. Well, maybe find work, right? It can't be all fun and games, right? It's got to be like some reality here. And also like kind of showing a broad range of like age too. I think would be helpful. Yeah, maybe go like back to worky work.
Words unspoken. Words unspoken.
All right.
Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins.
Oh, some. Do we show the office? Do we not? What is this? Oh, it's whatever. So maybe a vibe. Hold on. Maybe that's better than. This one? Maybe?
It's your inhibitions. Feel the
Give me the hand movement. The hand movement right there.
yours.
Duh.
Your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one
Maybe.
Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open.
These are coming earlier. Oop. Pan, pan, pan. I don't know. These are like the most fun to do. Because it's just like it's like fun music. It's a really fun pace to kind of edit. And it's a really big change up from like what I usually do of like slow and serious and really thoughtful and bespoke. It's just like this just gets to be fun. And it's nice to have every now and again. Maybe throw Anne in there. Saucing it up. At the workstation. Right? Because we want like a mix of we're working, but we're also having fun, but we're working. Like that one kind of cooks. Which way is left? Dude, especially if we could hold on, especially if we can have some of these like beats on the music too. Wow, jeez, right? Right there. It's weird. Ah! Go back. Run it back. Push, push. Right. That moment. Hold on. Yeah, like that. What else it needs to be? A little bit over here too. Maybe we could start here, and then we follow. Please go back. That feels better. Fun office shot, perchance. Left, 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 left office. Cheese curds in Wisconsin also like kind of huge. Brother, are we just not? Oh my god. It's like dying. Is it dying? Like why does IG kill alive? Stream it's copyrighted music without permission to avoid this. Ah, okay, that's good to know. So if that's the case, fucking okay. Well, that's good to know. We're just not gonna do it on IG for a moment. This whole part of the stream is gonna be muted, and I'm fine with that. At some point, like, it's work, and I need to get this done, as opposed to like doing it for the stream. Maybe? And I'm cool with that. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, that one's done. So let's put that in the side bucket here. Let's get Instagram back up for the third time. I swear, I have the rights. And then we'll just not do copyrighted stuff on stream because they hate me, understandably so. Okay, so office vibes. I feel pretty good about this. That's done. So then let's ignore that one. Go back and headphones aren't working right now. Can you chat instead? Editing a video for a landscape architecture firm. Stop. So we'll not do that for the moment. We have plenty of other stuff we can do with this that doesn't involve copyrighted music. It's really just like that first one. That's kind of the ish. And so
we ran out of space. You know,
we have like an adaptive reuse.
There's no question there.
Story
This space,
for us to kind of include here.
it was a pretty derelict
That over.
building at that point, to say the least.
When you talk about sustainability, it's, you know, the most sustainable thing is working with something that's existing and not recreating it from scratch. And so we had the shell, this amazing shell with all this character. It was all painted up.
You know, but then do we want to do full bleed?
Expose things.
It's
and
always
make it shine again.
The question.
We
Like this kind of works, but
spend
this
so much time together. It's almost like a second home, and I want everyone to feel comfortable when they come here. How can we best collaborate? What do we need to be part of a team and build our culture?
Okay, so that's not necessarily the adaptive reuse story, I would say. So I don't know, we have to pull up all the 800 timelines we have of this stuff. Jump, Nick, Simon. And let's go, Aldi. Ed. Yeah, let's put it up here. There's like new feature that I found where you can have multiple timelines open up at the same time, so I don't have to flip between different tabs. I'm trying to find something. I don't know, man. The stream's up for like the third time in a row on Instagram because copyright. They don't like Natasha Bedingfield. They don't like us using Natasha Bedingfield, which is fine, I suppose. Small. So she pull up the F4. So adaptive reuse is around here.
So steady, such an amazingly hard worker. Doesn't make
Partner intro, partner intro,
Was on
partner
top
intro.
floor, had a little skylight, open floor plan. You could
Why
hear
we need the new
conversations,
office.
learn from other people.
We ran out of space. You know, we were busting at the seams. We needed more room. There's no question there.
How does this start, right? We ran out of space. Stats section? Yeah, it is.
When you talk about sustainability, it's, you know, the most sustainable thing is working with something that's existing and not recreating.
I think we need to tighten this up. Right?
It's, you know, the most sustainable. It's,
Check out the it's.
you know,
The most sustainable
thing. The most sustainable.
The bar. The most sustainable thing is the one that's already built. Bar.
Yeah, the most sustainable. You talk about sustainability.
We have to blend their words together.
The most sustainable. The most sustainable. The most sustainable.
Yeah, so he doubles on the. Dun dun. So we, I don't know, maybe crossfade it, see what that happens.
You talk about sustainability. The most sustainable thing is working with something that's existing and not recreating it from scratch. And so we had the shell, this amazing shell with all this character. It was all painted over, so we had to expose things and it shine again. Those things and make it shine again.
So then, is there another, what, Simon maybe? Wisconsin cheese is like a mega thing I miss too. Like, the Bloody Marys too, right? Like the Bloody Marys out here. I'm a big Bloody Mary guy. Any time of the day. But how they do it out here is it's like pickle juice and like canned tomato juice with like vodka and like a little pickle. I'm like, that's like the worst drink you could ever possibly make, because there's like no flavor, there's no seasoning, there's no nothing. It's just like alcoholic tomato juice, I guess. Whereas like Wisconsin does it right. Wisconsin, you got to have the seasonings in it. Got the Zing Zang, which also has seasoning in it, right? So it's a fairly flavorful type of base, and then you have the whole skewer of stuff on there.
On this space, it was a pretty derelict building at that point, to say the least. It was, at least it was an open shell. It was previously a paper
vision for the office.
Yeah, I think it was difficult to vision what this building could exactly be when we first did our walking tour. Just for how long it had.
Talk about
Moving into a new building as we'd outgrown our old building was important. I think really something with this building and moving back to the configuration that we did, I think we felt it gave us the best chance to continue to pass on knowledge, continue to build our teams out. It's really critical, I think, for us.
I want to hear like the specific nuggets
I
about the
think-
building.
Client, and maybe more importantly, well, I know that we ran up. You know, it's interesting.
Impression, sustainability.
We made a lot of thoughtful decisions regarding material turning an area of the building that was an interior space into an exterior courtyard. I think that
It's just like, how much do we want to go into that? We want to keep it surface level and approachable. I probably got to edit my what is it? Yeah, no, this is not it. Architecture. No, editing. And then I have to change this on to as well. It's just like landscape architecture. No, editing. There we go. Right, so I guess that's a question. Like, do we put this on like just the
Space into
just
an exterior
chatting?
courtyard. I think
so.
that was a really big.
I think maybe art would be better.
You know, it was a great moment when we sort of carved that space out and realized that. From inside the cafe space and back.
My dog
that
is
was, you know, it was a great moment when we sort of carved that space out and realized that. I think one of the moments etched in my mind that was, you know, a bit on the opposite end of spectrum is walking into the building during a driving rainstorm when they were replacing the roof and water. We all collaborated as you know, this is our new home. You know, we've sort of, you know, put our mark. You know, we're no longer renting. This is here. We're excited to.
Maybe, I don't know. Like, do we want to? I think we want to flesh out the story, right?
Scratch. And so we had the shell, this amazing.
Or do you want to go? I'd like to get like maybe a specific pulled out. Really, like the courtyard, I think could be interesting.
From inside the cafe space and back. You know, that was, you know, it was a great moment when we sort of carved that space out and realized that. Turn an area of the building that was an interior space into an exterior courtyard. I think that was a really big moment. You know, we sort of discussed, do we have an opportunity to create a green roof? And we explored that one, and at the end of the day, it just became more practical to have an interior courtyard space that was available to staff. Turn an area of the building that was an interior space into an exterior courtyard. I think that was a really big moment from inside the cafe space and back. You know, that was, you know, it was a great moment when we sort of carved that space out and the moments etched in my mind that was, you know, a bit on the opposite end of spectrum is walking into the building during a driving rainstorm when they were replacing the roof and water was.
Okay, so we get
more practical. To
maybe
have.
that, maybe that, right? Talk about the courtyard. Take that, dump it in here. That's a moment.
An interior courtyard space that was available to staff and visitors and guests alike. And
I want to like draw this out a lot. That-ish, right?
Move past obvious. You know, this is our new home. You know, we've sort of, you know, here we're excited to work with and mentor our staff and see them grow in this new space and see us as a firm grow into the new space as well.
Maybe just cap it off with like, this is our new home, you know? Maybe there's something there. Crap. Dump it? As much as I can. Videography full time, so precedence. Yeah, so the stream is usually, I think, like 3 times a week. I think is a good
interior space
way to get
into an
start.
Courtyard. I think that was we have the building that was an interior space into an exterior courtyard. I think that was a really big moment. You know, we sort of discussed, do we have an opportunity to create a green roof? And we explored that one, and at the end of the day, it just became more practical to have an interior courtyard space that was available to staff and visitors and guests alike. And it's also just a beautiful view.
Or you gotta have that outdoor space.
From inside the cafe space and back. You know, that was, you know, it was a great moment when we sort of carved that space out and realized that. An area of the building that was an interior space into an exterior courtyard. I think.
Is there a lead up to that? Am I missing something?
We've sort of, put our. I think realizing that we could create an exterior courtyard space, to turn an area of the building that was.
I think we can set this up in a cleaner way. It's just like so much legwork for this. I think it's gonna be worth.
Create an exterior courtyard space, to turn an area of the building was an interior space into an area of the building that was an interior.
Like, da 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 da. Maybe.
Create an exterior courtyard space, turn an area of the building that was an interior space into an exterior courtyard. I think an interior courtyard space that was available to staff and into an
interior and
exterior
and exterior courtyard space.
Exterior courtyard. I think an interior.
It's just a lot of like double ups here. No, so the
an interior
stream 3 times a week.
Courtyard space that was a space in an interior space
into it's a little bit longer, but like this is like my full time, right? Like the whole like video editing and production stuff. So when like that stuff kind of takes precedence, right? Like we were trying to edit Natasha Bedingfield on stream, or like trying to edit a video with the song that was copyrighted, and Instagram was not a big fan of that, and so they like took it down. So there's a lot of just finessing that we're gonna have to do of like, what do we edit what we can on stream, but then off stream is where we're gonna get like a majority of the stuff done.
Space into an interior court.
Into an interior courtyard. Aoife, hello, welcome. Oh, cut it. That's tough. Maybe it's okay that it does that. And then we just bleed the
into an interior courtyard. An interior.
Should go like a little bit longer here. And then and bleed it. Please, crossfade. Hello. There we go.
To an interior courtyard space that was into an interior courtyard space that was available to staff and
that's better.
Inside the cafe space and back. That was.
Oh, guests alike.
Staff and visitors. Visitors and guests and visitors and visitors and guests alike and guests alike and
boom 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 boom, dump it
staff and.
So maybe we cut out the and we pick up the and here.
Staff and guests alike.
I'll take it. Boom, bring it in. I think we take off this and we just keep it to adaptive reuse. Then they can talk about the courtyard and pull in some more shots of like this courtyard moment and some like before and afters.
out of space. You know, we were busting at the seams. We needed
the most sustainable thing.
So then let's find. What's crazy about this thing is like they reused all this brick. So they, hold on, if I can find the before photos here of it. Not that. Was this cargo space? No, I think that's the front door now. God, it's hard to wrap my head around this because like it's such a stark difference from like before to after. And so trying to find out where like, okay, I think it's this. Okay, hold on. Yeah, because we're looking at I think it's this. So like they tore down this wall. Or is it just a bunch of still images? It is. Okay. That's the front. That's new front. This isn't so much before. This is kind of like during construction type beat. Yeah, this may be a little bit too July. Yeah. Okay. No, I think that is right. Right, because so like if this is, so this, that one. Okay. So that right side of the image is the front door, and those left offices. The left side of the image is the right side offices, but this is all looking toward the front of the building. So that means that this. This. What is this? Hold on. This has got multiple things in here too. This shot is now courtyard. Yeah. Okay, so we're pulling this into thing. I don't know how this works. But they like, can I bring this in here? It's like a bunch of different, oh, like every single frame is like a different image. That is, where is that? Door. I think that's the offices. Because right, we got like the electrical box right here. This is kind of like our giveaway, and the windows are boarded up. So then windows open. I think this is the other side. We have no windows here, so I don't think this is it either. I think this is the opposite end. Yeah, it is. That's the front. That's the front. That's the front. That's the front. Can I just take out? So it's really just this one. This first shot is like the only thing. So what we can do is change speed, freeze frame, and then it's now just a static shot of that. Which is also this, so it doesn't really matter. So I think we can go punch in a little bit here because we're really just showcasing like, hey, this moment turned into selects again C70, this other moment. To Marvel Rivals currently. Oop. I know what I want is this like moving into the kitchen moment. Yeah, this. That goes to that.
I think realizing that.
So we go back here. I want to do it's like this. Slow zoom, match zoom.
An exterior courtyard space, turn in the area of the building that was in.
Don't want to drag on this too long here.
The building that was an interior space into.
So this is full bleed by the time we hit it.
Interior space into an interior courtyard space that was available to staff and guests alike.
Turn that off. What's the shot? Drone. Bueller. I might select drone. Go. I will be right at the back.
What was here needed a little work, and ultimately more work than we anticipated. But on the drawing board it looks simple, but it was a lengthy process.
Finding a home on the golf course that's the right size is one thing, but there's a lot to fill in between just certain sort of like boxes to check and making something that you love. We were there to kind of help create a home. There's something about this house that just has a vocabulary that's a little different than any other home in the area. It's not like it's super mid-century, it's not like it's super traditional. It's kind of straddling this cool vibe.
The house does have good bones, even though it had a family room that was shaped as a triangle, fountain and the tree stumps.
It was unique. Interesting house that was going to be neat to fix up.
Once we got things sort of in a direction, we early on like to build the team on all of our projects. And that means the landscape architect primarily, a contractor, and an interior designer.
We were invited to be involved in some of the early design meetings when things were really not quite established. It was a great opportunity for our team to be able to bring materials in and sort of show clients fabrics and different options and textures.
We're back. There is one shot that I think it's like a really good top down. Yeah, this is what we want. Do we have the bean bags getting thrown? Throw the bean bag. Throw it. Throw it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Yeah. Okay.
And it was an interior space into an interior courtyard space that was available to staff and guests alike.
I don't want to drag on this too long.
And guests alike.
Do this shot. I don't. Do we just let this ride, or do we cut into the building? So then we have like a shot. Courtyard. I think we want peeps, right? Want something like that. I would do it like here.
Space that was available to staff, guests alike.
And fade it out. Fade out. Is there value in overpanning here? I'm like kinda okay with it. I'm enthralled here. Like I think that might be stronger purely for the sake that we get like then go nighttime. Oh, this is nighttime. Purple. That could be our little indie end here. No fade outs. Boom. So now I think we have our adaptive reuse. Okay.
We ran out of space.
Adaptive reuse. I think this is good. We're gonna go back through and color grade later. Right now, I just want to get our bones in place for everything. This one potentially tough. Potentially a non-stream edit here, as it's very delicate in terms of how we want to make sure we capture and showcase this. So let's avoid that. I think blended specialties could be fun right now, actually. So big idea with this one is we really want to kind of showcase more so like the design ethos and show all their different projects as opposed to like dialing in on one specific thing.
So for our firm, I think
none of this audio matters.
Speaks to the next chapter.
Yeah, none of this audio matters. So blanking. Interviews, find the audio, put it here, we're good to go. Filmmaking. It's kind of like an interesting take. It's just like the like his architect is streaming your passion, is social media your passion. It's like, fuck no. But if I can do this to like enable me to shoot more projects, like of course, right? It's because I really enjoy shooting and capturing and telling these types of stories. It's my favorite thing in the world. And so kind of trying to find ways to continue to kind of enable that, I think is why we picked up the whole streaming thing. And it may not work, but you know, right now it's like, hey, I'm doing this editing stuff as is right now. Why not just share and showcase it, and like maybe there's some fun conversations we have along the way. Oh, I don't want any of these. Dun, 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 dun. John. So we were looking for design philosophy. I like Simon's. I think is our starting point here.
Design principles or design logic within this firm are kind of grounded in being pragmatic, but with kind of chameleons in our work. We don't necessarily have a particular signature. There's a certain standard and standard of execution, but we have an ability to be able to work across multiple facets of projects and solve.
This ring.
Work across multiple facets of projects and solve multiple problems. So I think that's another thing about what I appreciate about being here. I think that's another thing about what shape.
Chameleons design a certified bar. Oop. Yeah, we keep all these. What else do we have here?
Spectrum, where it's a bit more. It's a bit more about solving the problem first, and then the aesthetic just comes with it. Where it's a bit more.
The bar. I could just do the whole thing with him. I'm not gonna lie. He's spitting. Let's kind of give a little bit of flexibility here.
Projects competing, you know, at the highest level. And I tell my team we're playing the big leagues, and especially for our residential clients that we had, came across as a boutique sort of experience, and so that was something we wanted. Much more design focused and more about the client.
Design committee.
I think, and Doug preaches this, but what I think what we really respond to is obviously the client, the site, the architecture, and the context of where you are in the world, right? And all these things come together and help inform your design. And we've always, like we say, we don't have a style. We've sort of been chameleons, or applying the same process, but having these different variables can spit out a different product. And so whether it's they can be vastly different, but they were achieved in a similar process, in a similar way,
It's actually kind of cool too. So then we have 1, 2, 3. What is there? Shout. How many projects up there have I shot? The residential one is the biggest one that I don't know. And like, are they even showcasing this on their thing? Oh, I want to shoot that project so bad. Doesn't look like it. Like I would probably put it on like pastoral or modern. So then, did they give credit to the architect here? Why would they? Oh my god. I get it, but like, fuck, man. Show me the architect. It's for certain one. Do any of them give credit to each other? It's like kind of, I think, my biggest pet peeve about this whole industry as a whole is they, like, when you're looking at the like wedding photography industry, they do, okay, everybody's always giving a bunch of credit to each other. Like the credits list for everything, hey, that's me, is massive. And then like you're talking like the floral people, the wedding planner, the whatever, like anyone who's involved in this, in like creating a wedding to happen is always talked about, always credited. Everyone credits each other because they know that, like, what is it? A rising tide floats all boats, right? It's everyone comes up together. Or in this industry, it's like hyper competitive where like people don't like end up kind of pulling a lot of punches, and then they don't hair shot on this one as well. Okay, that's good to know. And they don't like credit each other because it's like it's competitive, the competition. Oh, you're gonna steal my client type thing. It's like, I'm like, I don't know if it has to be that, competitive. Like I'm all for, tag them all type thing. Especially like what we've been trying to do on social lately is like get a list of like everybody that's kind of involved in the, right, we're shooting the living room, like, hey, who helps supply the stuff for the living room and all that stuff. So it's, I don't know. Just different philosophies for stuff. Okay, so we have two things. Let me throw a text in here really quick. Text. So we have Making Waves. We have Crow's Nest. I think C. Hello. There we go. And commercial is OCPO. Uptown Normal. Ball. Pain. Right. Looking at these words, it's probably super. Ball Horticulture is something that we shot for them. Pain Art Center is something that we shot for them. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else that we've shot together. I mean, like Office, obviously, but I think that kind of goes without saying. Let me check my notes. I just like some of this stuff is like you really gotta dig. Yeah, because I don't think they've done the only other. This is one of the things where it's like, should you be technically like licensing them the what am I doing? We're like technically you should be like selling them rights to utilize the video because they technically shot this for the architect, but it's you know. So, but like for me, I'm like, this makes 10x10 did that. I'm like, this makes the video like exponentially better if I can grab these handful of clips and put them in here. And so it's just something that, you know, I'm more committed to making the story and the impact of the video rather than squeezing every nickel and dime I can out of a project. Because like how we shoot, how we operate is whenever I shoot something, I retain all the rights for the video that we shoot. So like with this video, I own the rights for all this footage. And then technically I'm giving a license to the company that I shoot for. So then that, most photographers do this too, where like that works where on the back end, then I can then go and like, oh, the GC for who built this wants to use some of the footage. So then I can sell them that footage and then I can, you know, kind of make money licensing out some of the footage. Pretty standard practice in this like industry, but I don't have to license that footage out, I guess is what I'm getting at, right? So if I shoot something for a client and like something like this is coming together where I'm like, we only need like 1 or 2 shots to really make this thing sing, like let's do it, let's send it. Like, I'm gonna do it because I know it's gonna be good, I know it's gonna make a substantial impact. And like this video in particular, like that is what I've like I think it's really come together in a pretty strong way. It's probably like my best video I've ever produced, for that matter, because of that. Well, not because of that, but it's like, hey, if we only need a handful of these things to put it together, really kind of make this thing cook, like let's just do it and figure it out afterwards. Where am I going? Let's start with Making Waves here first. Probably, yeah. Okay. Welcome, welcome. Eva, appreciate the follow. Welcome to the stream. Dog, I don't even know my Discord name. Do I? It's on stern mode. I think I can. Done. Right, yeah. Right? Like everyone coming in here wanting to connect on Discord. Do I make a Discord? I think I might be making a Discord. That might be a future. That might be future Broody thing to do. I don't have like my own channel set up for Discord, but I have like my own profile. I don't know, and I'm like kind of hesitant to just hand it out. What are we looking for? We're looking for drone, right? They did the landscape on this. That cooked. So let's make our separate social media. No, time. Let's duplicate. We're gonna call this shout. What do I think about this? I don't know. I think there's some things as like a creative that you just kind of like aren't willing to die on a hill about. This being one of them. It's like some clients tend to have like some overlap. That was not bad. Like one more. Maybe like further out, like that's maybe a little too far. Also, God, the fog, man. That's a little bit better. I'm not a big fan that you can see like all these houses. It's so interesting working at like all these different scales. Like when you work with like an architect or an interior designer, well, I guess like architect in this instance, when you're shooting like a house like this that's on the lake, that's really, really beautiful, you really want to make sure it's done. Like they really, really care about it feeling and looking secluded. And so like a shot like this isn't the best because like you can see the houses over here, you can see the houses over here. Whereas like when you work with like a larger firm, like, you know, like Hair Shout, I think they're less kind of in the weeds about like the little bitty details and really just care about like the overall story of the whole thing. But right, like those all kind of help inform each other, where it's like I still am very much looking at those details and making sure like, hey, like how is this organized? Do we need to take a chair out? Are the chairs over cluttered? Is not enough going on? And like when we do a shot like this, like, okay, maybe that's like a little bit too wide and not giving us enough of a feeling of like privacy and seclusion, right? Because like we see this house over here and I'm not like a super big fan of that. But then also when you get to focus on like just the story stuff, like some magical things happen, like the what we did with the film for Hair Shout, where it's like I think that's arguably the best story driven piece that I've ever created, and I'm super proud of that one. Maybe we go with that. Maybe we give like a nice like daytime. Maybe you want it. Maybe you want to be able to see the thing. Spur. How do I? Oh, is it up here? Hold on. don't think I can. I don't think you have whispers open. Ava Smith. Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, if you want to drop your Discord in the chat, I'll add it after stream, and then you can send me the thing. Would love to take a look at it, because yeah, I think that's the thing. I mean, I think you have to hit what is it called? Partner first before you can like add a bunch of like fun emotes and stuff like that. So I think that's step one, and then step two is like 100% like gotta hire, like I'm an artist myself, right? You gotta hire artists to like do this type of stuff. I like getting this connection though. Maybe we do it. Maybe it doesn't hurt to just throw it in here. That's a good chunk of footage for having like on the ground ones. C70. Oh, my back is killing me. Making a sticky note of it. I'm also like not 100% sure like what my Discord name is. still very much getting used to that app. Oh, he can't hear me. Drop DC whisper DC. Add not 100% sure my own DC ID. I don't want to throw out a random thing and then poor random dudes just getting a bunch of spam stuff. Lockup's kind of saucy too here. It's like the downfall of social media. Like, don't get me wrong, I think social has done like a ton of good in just in terms of like exposure for a lot of people and helping people kind of realize the importance of some of this stuff. But man, if I didn't have to cut vertically, I would not miss it. Straight up. Because like there's just so much, like all these shots just look so much better when it when you get to have like that full horizontal. Okay. Hogwarts graphic world. Cooking. Got it. That's all the exterior shots we have. I love this home, right? Just like to cut something like that off on a vertical shot just is like seems criminal, you know? And I'm just you're just like, oh, just like zoom out and have black bars, but it's like when you do that, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel quite right. And like most designers I work with like end up hating that. They're like, just go full bleed. Like even if we're cropping stuff, like just go full bleed. Okay, this is a good chunk of footage from this project. So let's go back in to this one. Dump it here. Yeah, it worked. That's why I love Resolve. I can jump between different projects and not have to overload this one project file with a bunch of footage. Like if we had to load all that footage into this project file, that'd be a nightmare. What's the other one we're doing? Crow's Nest. I don't even have. Oh, fuck. So with our switch to Resolve, what ended up happening was we have a lot of these old projects that are not created in Resolve. So what that leads to is we have a bunch of project files still in Premiere that are all like organized and gone through and nice and pretty that aren't formatted correctly, that we have to then go in, reload, export the timeline, and then load that timeline into DaVinci Resolve so that we can actually like use this stuff. Because there's no way that I'm gonna edit this and then smaller. I can. There's no way that I'm gonna edit this whole thing again, load all this footage up. Maybe. Dog is still snoozing. Woof. Woof. Look at that mess. Holy smokes. Wow. Back in the day. Back in the day. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Biggest thing I want out of here? No, I put them into different files? Holy smokes. Okay. This was, for context, this was shot like 5 years ago when I was still like pretty early on in terms of the whole video process thing. And so there's a lot of like really not super ideal things that I did here. Mainly being how I organized footage. How I organized footage was like basically non-existent back in the day. So that, no way, there's 4 different timelines for this. Excuse me. Where did they go? Missing footage? Okay. Let's link media. Locate. Footage. Search. This is a mess. This is something that it's like slowly over the course of origin. Huh? Oh, it's literally right there. Just bring it in. Just bring it in. What are we doing? Huh? Right, because some of this stuff is so old. Like we've been slowly kind of optimizing this over the years. Right there. Can't do it. Why not? What if we just located that one? Like every time I have to do it for a project, it's just like pulling teeth. Man. Oh no. Oh, don't. What are we doing, Scoob? Yeah, this goes back to just, it's literally how the folders are structured. That's like the only ish. So if I did this, delete, yes, and then I re-imported all that footage to said timeline. Where's it again? Oh my god, I forgot. It can't read it because of the fucking plugin. Jesus Christ. How is this not native? How is Adobe still not have this as a native part of their thing? Excuse me? Like... Okay, so for the unfamiliar, the footage, the camera that I shot on was called the Blackmagic Pocket 4K cinema camera. This camera is really beautiful, shoots amazing quality stuff, but I don't want to dox myself really, so I'm just gonna do this really quick. Incredible, like shoots some of the best color quality I think most cameras, like, that you usually have to go to like $100,000 budget mark to start to get. Biggest issue for me was just like there's no built-in ND, the autofocus is non-existent, it's not fast, and then the battery life. You have to break this thing out to use super robust thing to even have it last. Because you have to, like, internal battery. So, but it shoots a special format called Blackmagic RAW. It's that camera's RAW type of format. This might be super familiar for most people who aren't familiar with like cameras. But that's kind of like become pretty standard across, like a lot of people shoot in this type of format. Adobe still does not have a native a way to natively read it, but you have to go out and you have to hit the plugin. You have to go out externally, get a plugin to like read it, it's like again another reason that it's all can't natively read the footage that the camera's shooting on. The color grading system is atrocious, pretty bad, and you crash all the time. And don't auto backup may work, leading to mostly up to like 4 hours of work, which is half what I wanted to fucking scream. So, all that was like pretty much the lead up to me inevitably leaving. Potentially bring this back up now. Go filter bidding. Okay. Can it read it? It still can't read it, can it? Okay, how juiced up are the sequences for us here? It's organized. That's like the only thing that we want out of this, is like the fact that there's organization. Like having to kind of go back through all this stuff is gonna suck. Will it? Hold on. Will it? I don't need it necessarily linked. I just needed to know the media name. Pro XML. North Street. Save. Okay. Because all it really needs to know is the location of the footage. Of like where did we put the select stuff? Maybe. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Copy this. Rename. 250225 hair up down normal in an effort to slowly but surely get this together. Okay. Import. Bring in Black Magic. It's fine. Select folder to search. Yes. Primary. This one. This one. This one. This one. This one. Okay. Because if we can find the footage without the filter, or without the plugin, that's ideal. Let's go. Let's go, gamers. Okay. Take all this, put you into footage, and we rinse repeat for everything. File, export, exit, save. Okay. Circle, file, export, XML, circle, save. Viewer, file, export. Welcome to my life. That's all the black magic. Let's just bring everything else in. I have a feeling that this is going to be mistimed though. That's my concern. Because like most interviews, like I have to make sure all the frame rate of how the footage is shot matches up with the frame rate of the timeline. Otherwise it kind of loses its mind. Okay. So this, import. That. Okay. Yes. Magic. Maybe. Let's go. Cooking now, boys. Circle. Yes. 2020. Footage. Black magic. At least my folders were organized. And this feels like it's extending less so from an organizational issue and more so from a Premiere Pro just being ass issue. Next. Because the people who have created the Blackmagic camera created the DaVinci Resolve thing. Editing program. Which is why it works so well here. Footage, Blackmagic. Pro.
take some.
Once we get all this imported, we probably are gonna hop off stream here. Let's go. What up? All right. Might be hopping off stream early. RIP to DaVinci Resolve. I mean, my computer is running a shit ton of programs right now. Maybe help it out a little bit. Like, get rid of that. F. I think it's dead. Shouldn't be taking this long to load it up. Did we kill it? We wait. We wait. Model. Yeah, I'm excited for Wisconsin though. It's gonna be good. Back home. It's gonna be cold there. Like, what's the weather there right now? The thing is, like, we're kind of spoiled out here just because, like, the weather is always like a little bit warmer and it doesn't usually get super cold, whereas in Wisconsin, last time I was there, it was like negative. I mean, it's 50. That's not bad, but then it's gonna be like 32 over the weekend. Yeah. It also does get super hot here because it's like the whole thing's built on a swamp, and so yeah, this thing is 100% dead. So it tends to get like super hot and humid here to the point where, like, I don't even go outside some days just because it's that miserable. Here's up. That's not normal. Yeah, most of the stuff is okay. So then import drone. Try it again. Please. Just let it sit. Let it do its thing. Like, there's some time where it's like a 95 degrees, like 100% humidity. Like, it's rough. It's like Florida almost. So I'm excited for what, like, summers to be a little bit more moderate, but like you got to deal with the winters, and it's just, I don't know. I've lived there my whole life except for the past like 4 years, so you kind of get used to it, but you also kind of get sick of it. Like getting up to shovel, having to shovel, like when it snows, you got to shovel early, otherwise people are gonna walk on it and your sidewalk, and it's gonna get icy, and they're gonna have a harder time getting it off. As opposed to getting it early, so a little bit more come on again. Like, you're supposed to like pace out the shoveling so that it doesn't build up, so it becomes a giant mammoth for you to like move anything. Because like that snow can get heavy, and it sucks to whip around sometimes. Like, so like I don't miss that here. I mean, it's happened a couple times, but I don't know. There's got to be happy. I mean, there's no perfect place, right? Like you go south to like Florida, and then it's just disgustingly hot. If you go like Nebraska, and it's just flat. There's nothing to do. And there's trade-offs everywhere. It's just, you know, pick which one are you willing to put up with. I understand snowbirds though. Like, that makes a ton of sense to me. Get out of the snow for 6 months of a year. Sign me up. brother. Are we cooked? Do we just let it sit for 20 minutes and see what happens? All right, we're probably gonna end stream there. Let my thing do its thing. Just maybe it won't crash. Eat some lunch. But yeah, appreciate y'all stopping by. Hope you had fun, and we'll see you later.
What was here needed a little work, and ultimately more work than we anticipated. But on the drawing board, it looks simple, but it was a lengthy process.
Finding a home on the golf course that's the right